What's up, everybody, and welcome to the premier matchup of the night, SW Oceania, 2-6. Actually, I lied. I already screwed up. They're 1-7. ATLiens, 2-6. I'm Big Bob. I'm here with my man Maestro. Maestro, how are you doing tonight?
Feeling good, feeling good. How you doing tonight, fam?
I am doing good. Ate a couple wings, and now I'm here.
Define a couple.
4.
Okay. Math is hard. Yeah, math is hard.
Well, Maestro, we have a great game ahead of us tonight. We have a combined record of 3-13. Neither one of these teams are, I guess we can call them both bottom dwellers, cellar dwellers, whatever you want to call them. I don't know if you want to call them. I don't know if you want to call them bottom dwellers. Who are you looking forward to seeing tonight for either team?
You know what? I'm just going to go straight out and just tell you real quick. I'm really looking forward to seeing Joe King Jr. up close and personal. Seeing him for Oceania, even though they're 1-7. And also on ATLiens, I'm kind of torn. I want to see Isaiah Rose or any of the bigs. Richard Alpine, Isaiah Rose, one of those guys. What about you?
For me, I think it's going to be all about Cole Webb, and that's who I'm looking forward to seeing. He's the guy for Oceania. I mean, they do have Richard Hennessy, 7 foot 275.
Yes.
He hasn't done quite as much as I thought he would do with his size. He did, we'll say, the one game that he had in the preseason, he did dominate. But that was just that one game we went off of, and he looked like he was going to be a dominant player. I'm just going to throw that out to probably the coach not putting him in the best position right now. Yeah. But on the other side, I guess if I have to pick somebody over there, I have to agree with you. Isaiah Rose is who I'm looking forward to really seeing. I mean, we know what they got in Duval. We know what they got in Malachi Booth. But I think Rose is going to be the X factor, in my opinion, tonight.
I got you. And, and also in all fairness to your question, I have to take off my Homer hat because I love both of these teams. I don't care what their record is, but, I really, really, really got in my heart for Oceania. I've been pulling for them for a while. When they finally got their win, I danced around the house without any clothes on for a while. So,
You take any videos?
Lots of videos, but the FBI made me take them down. I don't know.
What a tough drive.
Off to a good start. And you know what, Bob, I'm going to tell you something with these records. It's probably going to be like a quadruple overtime game because it's going to be great, right?
We're going to be here till 9 o'clock
in the morning.
Terrible drive attempt.
Beautiful block. Way to use leverage on that move there.
Absolutely. Well, we're a minute in, and we're at about where I thought we would be. Neither team doing a whole lot.
I'm loving this gym. I'm loving. I know, Bob, probably. I got to say, I just want to get it out the way. I'm loving this arena. The look, everything, even like the styling of the floor. I'm loving it, man.
Water. What about the water?
Well, water too. But I'm a Coast Guard Navy guy. What you think I'm going to say? The water's automatic. I'm just loving what else going around.
We're going to take a quick break. 6:17 when we come back in the first. and we're back. Game tied 2-2. 6:17 left in the first. You know what, Maestro? There was a little bit of controversy. There's been a whole lot of controversy, I think, over this last week or so. Mikey Williams, but he's obviously the biggest name. But we can't hide the fact that Jay Lillard is not on the bench, not on the floor for ATLiens. What are your thoughts on that situation?
You know, okay, I'm just going to say this. You know, I mean, I know these young men are learning. Not, you know, a lot of times the game is more than just about the game. It's about life. It's about other things too. I just hope he can kind of turn it around for himself. You know, just in general, it's more than nobody or nothing lives in a vacuum. Just because you might be good at something doesn't mean that it's okay for you to be horrible at other things, like a person or a human being. And I didn't mean to use the word horrible like that, but I think you know what I mean here. And I hope everybody who's listening does too. I just hope it's a lesson to help things kind of get refocused, realize that we never get anywhere by ourselves. And, you know, there are always people out there to help us. But we got to be willing to listen, man. It takes a bigger person to listen and be humble.
Absolutely. You know what? Just want to mention real quick. What is Richard Hennessy doing standing at the three-point line for the majority of their offensive possessions?
You know, you must have felt me scratching my palm because I was having a Bloody D-Block flashback.
I mean,
great move by DeMario.
He's not Embiid. We're not afraid of him, and that was some terrible vision right there. You had your big cut into the hoop wide open. But Richard Hennessy isn't Embiid. We're not afraid of him shooting a three or anything like that. He needs to find his way down low. Or he's going to dominate.
Thank you. And you know what? I think it has something to do with me being one of the shortest people in my family, even though I'm at 6'6". Having so many people in my family who are like 6'10" and higher. I just always want to be the big man. No matter what, I just want to be in the post with my elbow in somebody's throat, just kind of getting it done. You know me. And I was like, dude, man, if I had just, you know, hell, I'll even take a 6'10" and just, you know,
shot clock violation.
Get down and get dirty.
Shot clock violation.
Oh, come on, Hennessy. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
We got ourselves a nice little 7-point lead. Sometimes those are worrisome, but in Sim World Hoops, we know that even a 15-point lead is not safe.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all.
I mean, what was it earlier this year? There was about a 20-point lead, 30-point lead. H-Town Hoopers, I believe it was, came back.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, and no lead is safe. A 30-point lead that should be safe. I don't know what the other team was doing, but
I know.
That's right, I forgot. They were on the plane and already went back. I think it was Latin America.
Exactly.
I remember. They were already on the way back to Mexico.
Exactly. You know what? And just watching, like, this is my first time really getting a chance to check out Hennessy and what's going on with him. I'm going to ask you something, boss. Do you think that he's sort of caught in between technique? You know, that he's caught in between being a big man with perhaps somewhat of mid-range skills, or somebody who thinks he's more of a power forward trapped in a big man's body. What do you think is going on with him?
You know, honestly, my thought is that he is trying to do too much because he doesn't trust his teammates. When you look at their roster, it is Cool Webb, it is Richard Hennessy. Outside of them two, I'd be hard pressed to name anybody else if I didn't have them sitting in front of me. So I think that he is stuck between just wanting to do it all to be that guy for his team, but he's too raw right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Way too raw.
Absolutely. And oh, by the way, when you're raw or you're learning, you always have to go back to the fundamental that you're most comfortable with under pressure. And being a big man, that needs to be with his back to the basket, feet almost in the paint, using your leverage to help you, and then work your game from inside out, not outside to in.
Absolutely, and it's kind of hard to be raw on this court with all the water around you.
Oh, it's so beautiful. You know, I just wonder if a ball goes over the edge, does somebody go get it? does a Dolphin kick it back? Is there Aquaman out there with like, I don't know, the man from Atlantis, or is that some like Wakanda kind of thing going on there?
I think where we're at on this on the water here, I don't know if I'd feel safe going out. I think there's probably some sharks floating around there, and I don't do anything that they've ever done good for me.
Well, I tell you something. Speaking as a Navy and Coast Guard guy, I would rather you go than I go because I love you. I love you that much, brother. Get it out the way.
Got to remember they're still kids.
Yeah.
Got to remember they're still kids.
Yeah, it is. It is a great job in this trap that the ATLiens got going on with those nice purple unis, by the way. I'm digging that purple, man. Nice mid-range shot there.
Absolutely. And then again, we spent that entire offensive possession, I would say, for 20 seconds. Hennessy was at the three-point line.
Yeah.
Ooh, what a tough shot.
Oh, wait. And over Hennessy, so what does that tell you? That means his feet were too far away, right? He didn't have his leverage. He didn't post. Okay, here you go. Now I want to see this move.
Oh.
Thank you. Oh.
Good foul.
That's okay.
Good foul.
I'll take it.
I want to point out, John Stilt is 6'6". Mm-hmm. Richard Hennessy is 7 foot.
Yeah.
He should have finished that dunk on his face.
Richard Hennessy shooting too.
Now I'm going to speak up a little bit here. Being a 6'6" guy who's actually going against some 7 foot guys, if you get enough dog in you, and sometimes how I blank out. Trust me, it's kind of hard for that 7 foot to give that 6 foot. When they're coming at him like a piranha. That's all I'm gonna say. So. Talk about the movie DJ Tucker, right?
This is clearly a good foul since Richard Hennessy missed the first one.
Absolutely. And you know something? I'll tell you something. If I could just pull him aside for 1 second, it's not my place. I would say all good things happen if you go to the rim hard. Go at his size. Go for the dunk every time. Nothing but good things will happen. Either you'll get the dunk and the foul, or you get fouled and you get a chance to take their big man out of the game, and that just gives you somebody smaller. Another great shot there.
If I had a second with him, I'd slap him. He's one of those players. He's a big guy, but I don't know what other word to use. Maybe he's a little too sweet. Maybe he's wide open three. Can't make it. It's down 10. Anyways, I think he might be a little too sweet. He's one of those nice guys. You need to slap him, get him angry. I don't think we'd like to see him when he's angry.
Oh, that was a very nice move that just didn't pay off there in the paint. Great move with a bigger man on you. Good turnaround way that's good footwork right there. That's going to eventually pay off. You keep working on that kind of game. There we go. Got it down in the paint. I hate to see a big man put it on the ground that low, but I like to see him working it. And all good things.
Oh, no.
He is getting physical. Look, he is getting physical. I'm going to say, I'm with you. He is getting physical. I'm liking that part of it. I just want to see him go to the rim. Look, you don't have to do the lollipop spin-up thing when you're that side. You have great hands. You go to the rim, man. Get some money's worth.
Absolutely. Finally hit that corner three.
There you go. Great kick there.
I would like to point out on Around the Table with Ian the Fat Man this past Sunday, 3 o'clock every Sunday.
My favorite podcast.
Elava and yours truly.
Yep.
I did predict that the ATLiens were going to win by 15 points.
There you go.
I'm going to hold strong to that. Elava said 5. I think he's crazy, but it's 7 right now, so.
Well, I put my money down on Oceania just because I'm in love with him. I'm just going to let you know. That's a strong move there. Richard Hennessy, that's a good play. Still, look, he's in the middle paint. He's getting his hand on the ball. He's getting second chance shots. I'll take that.
Into the first quarter. Into the first.
All right, everybody. It's 18-13, I believe. Went away a little too quick on me.
At the
end of the first quarter.
Quarter. At the end of the first quarter. Get it right. Say it like my man's. I love that. I love the in-house announcer tonight. He is getting it done. He is
hier ist mein Sektor. Das hier ist das wichtigste Gerät des Küstenwächters. Das Gerät und das Gerät. Überlebensradar.
Mayday, Mayday. Hello, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Can you... Over. We are sinking. We are sinking.
Hello? This is the German Coast Guard.
We are sinking. We're sinking.
What are you thinking about?
Welcome back, everybody, to the game. Start of the second quarter. ATLiens up 5 points, 18-13 over Oceania. Maestro, you said there was some sweet nothings you wanted to tell me?
Oh, absolutely. And I don't mind doing it in public. You know, you call something really a lot this season. You call a lot of things right on to the point, and we have to remember that. Kids are learning the game. We got to remember that. We got to be supportive. We got to help them out the best way we can. And that's one way, you know, to not lose track of the process and what's going on here. What we get to do here in SimWorld Hoops is really a blessing and a gift to watch these young men grow. And you always keep us in check with that. I just want to say thank you, brother.
Absolutely. You just got to slap a couple kids every now and again.
That's what my mama said.
But ATLiens being up 5 points, is there anything that stuck out to you in the first quarter?
That Duval almost is at his game average of 15 points, because I think he has 11 as of right now, unless I'm mistaken about something else here. He averages 15. Yeah, he averages 15 a game. So he's almost there. He's probably going to get that here by the end of the first half. Oh, there you go, Hennessy.
Hennessy.
He finally does it against the smallest guy on the court.
Yeah, well, you know, we got to start somewhere. But that was a great move. It was nice, strong. Look, he showed leverage. He had good feet. He leaned into the shot. He didn't move away from the shot. Selfishly, I would like to see him rock the rim, break some glass, pull up Moby Dick while he did it, and ride off in the sunset like Aquaman going hee-yah. But, you know, I'll take that.
Yeah. Well, I want to point out, you said that Duval really stuck out to you. That's what stuck out to you in the first quarter. And I think that's because nobody else did anything. Unfortunately for Oceania, Cole Webb 0 for 3. He did absolutely nothing in the first, and I think that's why they were down 5 heading into the second. Obviously, they're closing that gap right now. They're only down 3, but you never know.
Do you think ATLiens are going to stick with their trap, or they're going to just like put it on arbitrarily throughout the night? What do you think is going to happen?
I don't think you can
Ooh, there you go.
I don't think that you can run it constantly, but I do think that they're going to stick with it for the majority of the game. Yeah. At some point, your players are going to get worn down. If you're running it the whole game, you're going to get caught. You're going to get caught because the kids are going to be tired. Tie game. You haven't seen this since 2-2. No, it was 5-5 maybe. I think it might have been 5-5 at some point.
5-5. It was 2-2 before that was 0-0. So we're having improvement.
Overcame a 9-point deficit already. That's why no lead's safe.
No lead is safe. Not in SimWorld hoops. And we want to just give a shot. That 3 good. Yeah. Oh, it's football on the line. Absolutely. And don't forget to anybody, if you want to join, thank you for listening to the game tonight. If you want to join with us, discord.gg/SimWorld NBA. If you got the game, bring it on, be a player. If you got the brain, bring it on, be a coach.
Good little floater.
Nice floater. Now that's when you use a floater when the other guy has a 9-7 foot advantage on you. Use the air. Great move.
I don't think Oceania is taking advantage of ATLiens' trap enough.
No.
I've seen plenty of guys standing wide open at the point, and they're not getting there in time.
So here we go, quick and dirty. Nice pass, open 3, didn't make it count. Good defensive rebound there by Glenn.
Good little move to get in.
Nice move. And Glenn on both sides, he gets the rebound, and he's up with the 3. There you go. Good job. How do you beat the trap when you got size? You run away from it. You use your height away from it. So opposite court, move away.
Here we go.
But you got to look for it. That trap is dangerous. And it's funny.
Oceania ball.
You know, it's funny, Bob. I was going to say this about the trap. Why it works is
substitutions on the court.
ATLiens, they know that they do not have the size advantage.
Yeah.
So you can basically muck the bigger team in the mud. They can work to get the ball up the court. Then they're looking to take. I'd rather the bigger team take more threes and outside shots and work the ball into the paint. Give them less time to do that. Especially when you know they have a big man that's not going to work in the paint. I mean, use it to your advantage.
I do want to point out the fact that you said they're not the bigger team, but I will say that ATLiens have played like the bigger team for the majority 100%. Of the season, despite their record. They're
100%.
Sixth in total rebounds, first in offensive rebounds, but that's about all on the stat sheet. That's about all they've done. But they've got some dogs. They need somebody outside of Duval.
100%. And you know what rebounds to me are all about? To me, that's all about will. Being able to go in there, take it in the face, take it in the chest, take it in the back, but make sure that you're laser focused on the ball and getting it done. And those who are willing to do that, use their position. Oh, you got a man. There you go. Use the leverage. I'm sorry. I almost yelled out. I apologize for coaching there for a second. I think that was actually points in the paint for Oceania. Let me write this down real quick. Okay, I'm done.
I don't know. I don't know. The game has been playing a little bit better than I expected it to. But I just think the ATLiens are just playing some decent defense right now, which is something I didn't really expect. I just expected Oceania to be bad. But the ATLiens are really putting in some work with that trap. they're just catching Oceania off guard. They're not giving Oceania time to get set. They're passing when they pass out of the trap. It's a bad pass every time. They're ATLiens, when the pass is being made, because of how bad the pass is, there's enough time for their guy to get back, and then all of a sudden there's another trap anyways. So it's
exactly. And you know, I'm gonna say this. The obvious point is the ATLiens, and you know, again, you know where my heart is. Great business side, way to get it done. The ATLiens are just more athletic, and they're using that athletic. They're using their athleticism. They are faster. They're stronger to the ball. They're quicker to the leverage with a pass like that. I mean,
defense.
A great defense. But you know, look at how many times now. I think I've counted 7 plays where Oceania had a man underneath. Yeah, there you go, Willie Weasel there with that play, I believe. If I counted that right. You know, I think I've counted 7 plays so far where Oceania's had a man wide open underneath the basket, and the pass did not get to them.
Yep.
So you know, that's, you know, you have to know the floor. You have to know the floor. If you see 3 guys or 4 guys on one side, that means your guy's open on the other side. It's just that simple.
But what does concern me about it is working out for ATLiens right now.
Did it go in the water?
But,
Did it go in the water? Did it go in the water? Oh, boo. Okay, I'm sorry. Got excited.
I really think the trap, if they're running it all game, I think it's going to come back and bite them. At some point, these wide open corner threes are going to start dropping for Oceania.
You think so?
At some point, I think it's going to happen. I'm going to need Cool Webb to be the one to get that started there.
Yeah. That's about the 8th or 9th pass I've seen. That was not a good choice. That was not a good choice in pass, and it was good defense, way to keep your eyes on the ball. That was I've seen them pass out of the open 3 in the corner too a bunch of times. It's like it's almost as you know, if you keep passing out of the open 3 in the corner, and if you're not here we go, man underneath, finally a pass. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Good night. I'll see you guys later. I just wait for that moment from Oceania. I'm good. Peace out. Love y'all. No post up tonight, but we see you tomorrow night.
Bye. Have a good night. That is
tie game again.
That is the first. It might be the first dunk for Oceania all game. It might be the first dunk period.
I think so. Fall away threes are not a good idea. I'm just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there. The pass was 3 steps too late.
Oh, good block.
The pass was 3 steps too late. He had it right away, but he took 3 steps and then it was
tough 3.
Okay, I'm going to give you credit, Big Bob. You said it was going to start happening. There it is. Even though that was not wide open, it was still a great shot.
Yeah, it was. I would, as a coach, if it was me, I would not be happy with that kind of shot. But when it falls, it falls.
Yeah. Oh, look, man, you know the rule for being a coach. No, yeah!
But no, I think ATA, they're going to need halftime. They're going to need halftime to get a little bit of rest from running this trap all game. I mean, here's the thing. When you're running the trap, you have to run back over to cover your guy.
Yes.
It's just unnecessary. Oh, another 3.
2 in a row. Sylvia again. He found it. He's got it. He's got it off the wing. I love how they're handling that. He's taking, even though it's not open, maybe he needs that slight pressure in his face to focus him on the rim.
Yeah. Well, let's see if they can keep the ATLiens from tying it up here, or at least getting within 1.
There you go. Pull it down. Keep the ball up. There you go. You are 7 feet. This ball should never come to your waistline.
Well, it's probably going to be the last possession. I'm predicting a forced up 3 that does not make it.
I'm going to go with a 2 that is not going to make it. I'm sorry. That was lame. I know.
That's the hit.
So, what has stuck out to you so far, Maestro? We're half down, what stuck out to you?
You want good news or bad news?
Give it to me straight.
Okay. So bad news, the passing, just the inattentiveness to knowing the lanes, knowing leverage, knowing when your guy's open, waiting that extra second, which is often going to happen with a lot of high school players. They're not going to see it before it happens. They're going to see it after it happens. Oh, he's open. I'll get it to him now. And then by the time you go through that thought process, it's too late. That's the one thing. I think the passing gets crisper. I think the score will be at least a third more than it is right now. I'm saying that much because there were so many open shots that were missed. The good news, I'm just going to say this, seeing some glimpses of physicality from my Oceania.
All right. 32 Oceania, 28 ATLiens. Come back in a few minutes.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back. Oceania up 32, ATLiens 28. You know, I really hope that ATLiens got some rest from their trapping for the entire first half. So I know I keep asking you what you've seen, but I want to talk a little bit.
Give it.
Mario Duval.
I think we need a little bit more Sylvia for Oceania. I think.
Questionable.
So Sylvia 2 for 2 on threes tonight so far. He's averaging 1.6 per game this year. Clearly,
okay, so that just went up.
yeah, clearly Oceania has something there because he's hitting these completely. He's not wide open. He's covered. They are ill-advised shots if I have ever seen an ill-advised shot. They need to find the entire fourth quarter. I don't think Sylvia should leave the court. I think Coach Wheeler needs to listen. Coach Wheeler, you out there?
I'll let you, boy.
I don't think the ATLiens are too rested.
No. Okay, too many. Okay, let's talk about spacing, family. 1 second. If they're trapping your man, you don't bring a third man to the trap party.
What?
There you go.
Oh, come on.
Okay, Hennessy. Just one time for Daddy, dunk that. Just one time. One time. Just dunk it, rock the rim, and your mama has a good drive. And now that's how you use leverage. That is classic leverage right there.
It's some great acceleration on that, though.
100%. Well, you know, here's the thing. Talking as a point guard, right? I was mostly an off guard. What you do is, if I have the ball, if I have the ball in my left hand, and I got you on my right hip, and I can see just the left side of the basket, I'm going. Every time I'm going. Why? Because I know my first step, I already got you beat. And you do that every single time. If somebody makes a mistake and step it out in front of you, you just jump right through them. Just let it be what it's going to be.
Me as a guard, I'm shooting threes all day. I am that big guy that you hate.
I got to tell you the quick Volley D-Block story, right? So when I was doing another radio show, I was talking about how if I ever saw him in person, I was going to beat him to death with a trash can. And somehow, and somehow at like some event, somehow at some event, it kind of got back to him. So he says, "Yo, I want to talk to you," right? So I told him why I said what I said. And what was really super funny, not only great three, not only did he buy into it and just kind of laugh with me, he said, "Magic would tell me that all the time. Get my big ass on the corner." But I said, "Magic, I don't have that game. That's you." He said, Magic would say, "All right, baby, I got you." oh. There you go.
Going a little too much there against the big guy.
Yeah. But you know what though? Good things happen when you go to the rim hard. Good things happen. Period. I'll take it all day. I'll take it all day. Great move by Malachi. Yeah, make them hit you. Make them hit you. Because you're gonna go and you're gonna be able to do this right here. I'm loving this floor, man. Oh, I'm digging it.
I'm loving this post.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, it's kind of
very nice.
I
like it.
It's kind of a nouveau chic Dorian, like middle Greek period thing going on. I'm with you.
So I will say, fortunately for Oceania, Cool Webb finally hit a three.
Yes.
I think he might have 5 points on the night.
Yeah.
They need that. They need him. But where's Sylvia? Coach, where's Sylvia?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. I told you I had Oceania for the night, and that was totally with my heart. Nothing in my brains, okay? Nothing in my brains. But they're making me look good right now, so I might have to take some credit I don't deserve.
Yeah, I think I'm looking bad on my 15-point ATLiens win right now.
But again, look at what just happened. A great pass, but the person wasn't in leverage. They were facing the water instead of the rim. I know it's more enticing to shoot it out into the water because that's an easier bucket, but you want to kind of use maybe use the basket on the floor, maybe just a couple of times. That is the textbook version of denied, or as Blake would say, "Get that out of here, baby."
I don't appreciate this. Coca-Cola, I just want to be honest. Coca-Cola is gross. What? Okay. Ooh.
Thank you. I got my Hennessy dunk. I'm out of here. Thank you very much. So Coke is gross, huh?
Yeah, Coke is gross. I can't deal with this. We have to stare at this all game. Coca-Cola tastes like, I don't know, nothing good. I need the 28 flavors.
I need the 28 flavors.
Whatever they are, 13, 12. I don't know how many are Dr. Pepper.
No, 23, baby. 23.
23. I was close.
Yeah, close enough. 28, 23, same thing. Oceania has a 6-point lead because they're just quite frankly better looking. Nice, strong shot. Really Weezer putting down the two.
I do want to point out that these are kids, Maestro.
Yes.
And you're calling them good looking.
Well, there you go. Somebody's got to do
it. You go to church?
Apparently not enough.
So, Maestro, I know you've talked about the water a whole lot. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on everything as a whole? This arena, if you can call it an arena, we're outside.
Yeah,
I don't think it's an arena, but
no, it's more of an attraction. You know what? If there was some kind of way, if they could find, even if it was just a bowl sitting situation, I think it'd be even cooler. But I know it'd cut off the water view. But all in all, I do like it. It kind of has this street hoops feel about it, except for it's over water. hate to say it, where I grew up on a like, you know, a court like this outside, you know, you had the 3-point line, you had the free throw line, and you had the outline of the bodies waiting for phone calls. But this is super nice. I really like it, I gotta say, and I can't wait to see some of the courts you're gonna see in the games coming up too. Tomorrow.
Absolutely. So tomorrow, really interesting first game of the night, and I call it interesting because there's a clear favorite in it. 7 o'clock live stream game. Gotham 5 taking on Heartland Zombie Stars in New York. I like some of the players on Heartland Zombie Stars. Don't get me wrong. I do. I really like them. Renzo Bryant, I think, is going to be a great player someday. But I can never go against Coach Pilardi.
Yeah.
But I think that is the 7 o'clock game. That's not the premier game tomorrow night. I think that's going to be the 9 o'clock game. Bay Area Breakers versus Lone Star Basketball Club.
Yeah.
I think those are 2 top 5 teams. I think it's safe to assume that Bay Area Breakers is the top 5 team still. But the Lone Star, they picked up their first loss. They're not invincible.
Yeah. Nope. They're human underneath there. ATLiens go again tomorrow night against H-Town. That's going to be interesting. Back after flying back from Australia here. And I think it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen with, you know, Indy and the Ill. It's going to be interesting what's going to happen there too. I'm just going to tell you straight up. They are putting it down from the 3-line. Oceania that is extending their lead here tonight.
But you mentioned in Philadelphia, I think Coach Dries has completely turned this team around since taking over. They're on a 3-game winning streak. And I think that they're just going to continue to get better. They have some solid players. With Marcus Lofton, he was a player last year that we always talked about him, but he never, ever played to his potential. Right. I like him a lot. Nos Hall, I think he might be arguably the best player on Philadelphia. He's really starting to stick out. But do you have which game tomorrow are you looking forward to the most?
You know what? I'm tell you something straight up. Of course, you know, Beasts of the East and Rocky Mount, of course. I am looking forward to Indy and the Ill. And if I had to pick a third, Bay Area and Lone Star. I just said Bay Area. I know that's an easy, low-hanging fruit gig, but those are the 3 I would say I'm probably looking forward to the most.
Yeah, we can't forget Lakeshore Drive taking on Run DMV at 8. I don't think we'll jump back to this game. We'll talk about the ATLiens a little bit. I don't think they have a chance tomorrow night. They're getting worked right now. They have no chance against H-Town. So look, I got to ask you. In the flight over, did you have aisle or window? I laid on the floor. I'm scared of flying.
There you go. I was actually napping in the luggage rack. It was just quieter. There you go.
Well, you know, we've been talking a lot, and I had no idea that we now have a 15-point lead from Oceania. I picked the wrong team to win by 15, but I was at least right in that aspect.
You're absolutely right. See, y'all should listen to me more. I wish I would listen to me more. Because I'm telling you, I went out for Oceania just straight off my heart for them. No other reason. I had no other reason. If I would have seen the teams like heads up like this without seeing the score, just from the athleticism, I would say, the you know, like in the ATLiens, they are getting it done. But it's like somehow Oceania is getting the baskets to fall and timely shots, timely threes like that off a great screen. They're starting to cash in on a lot of those shots that they were not making earlier. So it ain't got to be pretty; it's just got to be right.
That's the end of the third quarter.
Oceania 52, ATLiens nowhere to be found. Stay tuned.
So now who's over there. He's walking.
So, what have I missed?
And we're back, start of the fourth. Do want to shout out a score real quick. Beyond the Arch defeated SimWorld Atlantis 66-62. Hori was the star for the Arch, 18 points. Tyson Simpson didn't have his typical double-double, or close to double-double. I'm not sure what happened to him tonight, but you know, sometimes you play down to your competition. I think that's probably what he did.
Yeah. Really surprising to see that. You know, can you imagine if he can find a way to play to his standard and not to who's around him, what kind of player he could be, right?
Absolutely. I want to see, do we know, is Darius Sylvia on the court right now? Because if he's not, Coach Wheeler does not want to win.
I tell you, you know, I just have him on the floor for the ponytail alone, man. Just come on, you know, you got to get the 5 point. Yeah, he's there. I look at him right there at his spot where he's been nailing the threes all night. Yep, so there you go.
Thanks, Coach.
So, boss, what do you think ATLiens got to do to kind of get back into at least the orbit of what's going on with Oceania tonight?
Start tossing them into the water. Cobra Shark takes a couple of them. I mean, we're at a 19-point lead right now. I know we had that 30-point game comeback a couple weeks ago, few weeks ago, right. Whatever. Right. That's all I got to say about this game. Is there's nothing that they can do to come back and win this game.
And again, for everybody checking us out tonight, don't forget, give a shout out to your boys. See what's going on. You know, if you got the game, come on, be a player. If you got the brain, come on, be a coach. You can join us here on discord.gg/SimWorldNBA. You can also check out some great commentary across the table from Blaze and Takes by Rick Blaze, the March Pod by
every Monday
Media, and then of course the number one podcast in the known universe and half the unknown universe, Around the Table with E-Lava, Champagne Voice, and the Fat Man, or the guy I'm lucky enough to be hosting with tonight here. I call him a fun-sized boo. You get the chance to check him out on Around the Table. Just awesome work. So bring it on. We keep receipts. Y'all got to keep receipts on us too.
And we've won a couple Razzies with our podcast. So
yeah. Also I'm lucky enough to have a couple of you guys trophies here at my house too. I'm looking at like a bottle of colon cleanse, and a pack of pink Post-it notes. So some more of your awards that you guys were lucky enough to. I was blessed enough to let you guys share with me. So, you know, thank you.
Well, I want to point out, I think that Coach has something in Sylvia, and I think that after this game, he needs a chance to start.
Yes.
His foot was on the line, but he picked up another two from the corner.
So let's talk about that real quick. You got a player who you seen consistently making from that zone, but and I've seen this with Oceania now with at least that I actually stopped slashing a while ago. At least 10 shots. At least 10 shots that I saw that could have been threes, but the foot was on the line. At what point, as a coach, you put him aside and says, "Look, guys, situational awareness. Know where you are. If you're going to take the shot and you know you're near the line, and look, you're talking about a quarter inch between the 2 and the 3. A quarter of an inch between the 2 or 3, right?"
That's what she said.
There you go. So so okay, I'm throwing it out to you, Big Bob. At what point do you pull your guy aside and say, "Look, I need you to know where you're at"?
Yeah, probably after the second one, I'd start slapping him.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Sensing a thing. I'm sensing a thing. I love about Big Bob. Big Bob's going to choose violence. I'm choosing violence.
But yeah, I mean, at some point, coach has to. Again, I know they're kids, but can't be doing that at the next level.
No, not at all.
You can't. Sometimes that one point is all that matters at the next level.
Oh, look, I have a vivid memory of getting pulled from a game when I was bringing the ball up the court, and I thought I had dribbled the ball on the outline. I picked it up and handed it to the ref. I thought my coach was like actually taking out my spleen through my nose. Like, dude, this ain't church. You ain't got to be that honest.
Ooh.
Well, you know the saddest part? Even the ref was pissed at me. Son, let me do my job. Nice move. Nice move. Stop Mitchell.
We might hit 30. We're at 21. Start the countdown. 31.
That was a strong move by Mitchell. That was a strong move by 6'9" guy that I did not think had those kind of slash skills. Did I miss something?
Everybody thinks they're a slasher, so.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I'm reaching for the colon cleanse right now. I'm gonna put a pill out for everybody. No, you are not. I remember one writer called me a slasher, and my coach in the very next press conference said, "You really call him a slasher?" No, he's more like a bulldozer with the front glass covered up. He just runs into everything. I was like, "Yep, that's me."
Yeah, I could never play organized basketball. One, I was too big. Two, I would probably foul out within the first 2 minutes. I was the definition of a goon.
You know what? I think I was too. It's funny though. I never fouled out, and I never fouled out a game. I just thought about it's when you said that. I said, wait a minute, I've never fouled out. It's crazy.
Oceania ball.
Oh man, are you still awake over there? I'm struggling.
Oh, I'm loving it, man. I'm loving watching Oceania get that.
On the court.
I'm trying to find a way to make myself sound smarter than I really am, which doesn't take much. But I'm really because I had Oceania since last week for this game. Since I was lucky enough to get the call up to the big leagues to actually call a game with you. And so like I wrote out all my notes, and it was all Oceania, because I was like, but it was all with my. I'm not gonna lie, it's all with my heart. This is what it is. Even though I love the ATLiens too, I do. But for some reason, my heart was at Oceania. I'm trying to find a way to word some stuff that I wrote down to make it sound like that it was all about my analytics ability.
Oh, good block.
Oh, that's some right in your face. 2 pins straight, take it to the rim, get nasty with it. Oh.
Yeah, that last possession, it looked like the ATLiens have already started waving the white flag.
I would now channel Rick Blaze. He put some hot sauce on that baby. Put some hot sauce on that baby right there. That's how to go right there. The Blazer. Oh, my man.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Yeah, really. Captain Subtle. So right here, you're up by like 178 points. What would you do as the coach, boss?
Of which team?
Oceania. I'm sorry, Oceania. You're about 179 points. What would you do right now?
I'd keep shooting threes.
No, really. Again, you're choosing violence. Okay.
I mean, you have some guys. Again, Sylvia. You got Machado, Crane, Conwell. Get them out there. Get some game experience for them. Just let it go. Let them shoot.
The same thing. You know what? I'm thinking every possession. I'll be up there calling sets, going through the stuff that's been working. We got our first win. It looks like we're about to get our second win. I'm not going to count it over until it's over, because I know how that goes.
I think you can count this one as over.
No, brother, I'm not going to do it, man. I'm not going to do it. I can't. It's just too many bad experiences from both sides of this kind of score. to get happy.
Yeah, this isn't football, though. I don't think they have enough in the tank. I don't know. They're making a bunch of bonehead plays, so 20 points can disappear real quick.
Exactly. That's what I said. I'll be calling sets. I'll be working our repertoire. If nothing else, not necessarily to get stuff, to give other people stuff on tape about what we're doing, but to give myself something on tape to see how my cats handle being in a fully structured situation, working the clock down, not taking a shot before there are 5 seconds left to go on the shot clock, stuff like that. That's what I'll be doing right now. And also, find a way to, like I said, get my bench players out there, hoping nobody turns an ankle or something crazy,
The second.
Yeah, I mean, it's only 7-3. Well, actually, we cut it down a little bit. They only need 6 threes right now.
Okay, only 6? That's not bad.
Kadarius Loftus had 12 himself.
Well, there you go. So anything's possible. Hoorah, hoorah. There you go. Ooh. What? That's great hustle. But what is it with the non-Gervin finger roll there? You gotta, everybody knows the finger roll. You actually go to the back side of the rim. That's how you make it work. George Gervin.
Started.
Nice man just could be punching a wall somewhere.
Oceania's getting a little lax with 2 minutes left.
I'm telling you, you can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. And you know what? One of those games, I'll tell you, we were down by 23. It's what they actually said. I don't remember the score being that way, even though I've watched the game like a bunch of times. It was actually a state championship game and came back and won it by 3. But we were down, and the other school was already celebrating, the cheerleaders dancing up in the stands and blah blah blah, whatever. I'm sorry, you just too many things can happen. Too many things can happen fast.
Yeah. I think it was my junior year player of the game. Let's see. I think it's going to have to be, I was going to say Duval, but he's ATLiens and they're losing by 300 points. So I'm going to go with Sylvia. I think he really turned this around with his 2 threes in the second quarter.
Unanimous vote. And the baddest ponytail in Sim Hoops.
Good shot.
See? There you go. That's how you make it work for.
Yeah. Still out there chucking up threes.
So now question now, in Sim Hoops, when you play the game, you get like a card to Austin Steakhouse or something like that. How's that? What's it? And do you have to pay the taxes on that, or is that just like? I'm just trying to check about my all my liabilities here.
We get nothing.
you get nothing in your life. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna almost say, wait, hold up. Down Rick Blaze. Now too late. The party's over, baby.
Oceania's not taking their foot off the gas. They are still trying to work the ATLiens.
Yeah.
They gave up about 3 minutes ago.
Oh, so did that defense right there. Come on. I don't know if you want to celebrate the fact that you just got your team down by 15 as opposed to 17, but you do you. You do you, big guy.
They said, yeah, we covered the spread.
Oh, now don't bring it. Look, don't you bring up some CCNY stuff back in the day, right? City College of New York in the first point shaving scandal that cost them actually all their sports team.
Oh God.
That's back when I was in high school in the 1940s. Oh, great inside move. Isaiah Rose. That's a great inside move by Isaiah Rose. That's good. He has such great hands.
They're so nice and soft.
Yeah. And you talk about me. To the rim strong. All right, 13 seconds left. It was a pleasure working with you tonight there, Big Bob. I tell you, lots of fun, man.
You too. It seems like this is going to be final score, 67-52 Oceania. Just kidding. 67 Oceania, ATLiens 54. I hope Cole Webb shoot it. Shoot it! Well, everybody, we appreciate you guys coming out, watching the game with us, listening to me, listening to Maestro. First game we've ever done together.
Wow,
But
yes.
we go absolutely. But we got our final here: 67 Oceania, ATLiens 54. Have a good night, everybody.